Welcome back to Coins, the channel where every small coin can reveal a big story and sometimes even an unbelievable fortune. Today we are diving deep into the mysterious world of rare Lincoln pennies, focusing especially on one of the most talked about, debated and searched coins in American numismatic history, the elusive 1974 Lincoln penny struck in copper, a coin that some collectors believe could be worth an amount that feels unreal for a simple 1-cent piece. Sit tight because this story stretches across decades of United States mint history, collector rumors, auction surprises, metal experiments and a market that keeps growing more unpredictable with every new discovery. Before we get into values, we must walk back into time. The year was 1974. The United States Mint was dealing with rising copper prices, and government officials were seriously considering switching penny production from copper to a cheaper metal. Experiments were happening across multiple mint facilities including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. During this process, prototype coins, test strikes and experimental planchets were being evaluated. Most of the test pennies were supposed to be made from aluminum, but stories began spreading that a very tiny number of copper test pennies slipped into the production line at the Denver Mint. This single mystery transformed an ordinary date into one of the most hunted coins of all time. Most 1974 pennies are completely normal, made for circulation and worth face value. But collectors have long whispered about the possibility that a few genuine copper composition test strikes were minted at the Denver facility. This is where the excitement truly begins. A genuine 1974 copper experimental penny would be extremely valuable because official mint records say they should not exist. Any coin that wasn't meant to be issued and somehow survived becomes instantly historical, instantly rare and instantly desirable. The questions began. Could a real 1974 copper test penny exist? Could a worker have taken one home? Could one have escaped destruction during the transition away from copper experiments? Many collectors say yes. Others say it's still a myth. But what keeps driving the curiosity is the fact that the coin market has repeatedly shown that unexpected coins do appear even decades later. From 1943 copper cents to 1975 no-s-proof dimes, history has taught us that the impossible sometimes becomes real. Now let's talk about the market value. If a genuine authenticated experimental 1974 copper penny ever surfaces, the market would explode. This is the kind of coin that private collectors, museums, high-end dealers and numismatic foundations would all fight to acquire. The price could reach into the hundreds of thousands and potentially even leap far higher depending on condition, documentation and rarity confirmation. Some theoretical value predictions go beyond $700,000. Some collectors even say such a coin could approach or exceed $1 million if competition became fierce enough. But these values are based on rarity, historical significance, and the extreme desire among collectors. The real value only becomes clear when such a coin is actually found and taken to auction. Let's step back and look at the general history of valuable Lincoln pennies. Throughout Lincoln cent history, tiny differences have created massive values. A small minting error, a wrong metal, a struck-through detail, a double die or even an unexpected mintmark style can transform a simple penny into a treasure. This is why the coin hobby is so captivating. You might hold a life-changing piece of history without even knowing it. The 1974 penny mystery fits perfectly into this world because it blends government metal testing history with rumors of surviving prototypes. The U.S. Mint did confirm aluminum test strikes in 1974, and some of those were later recovered. But the idea that copper test strikes could have survived is what sparks the imagination. No one knows how many might exist. It could be 0. It could be 1. It could be a handful waiting in old jars or forgotten boxes, sitting quietly in a drawer somewhere. Collectors today continue to check their 1974 pennies hoping to uncover something extraordinary. That is the beauty of coin collecting. No matter how much time has passed, discoveries can still happen. A rare coin does not stop being rare just because decades have passed. It simply waits for the right eyes to recognize it. Let's talk about the current coin market trends. Interest in rare Lincoln cents has surged in recent years. Online auctions, collector groups, forums and private dealers are constantly expanding the market. High-grade coins, varieties and experimental strikes are achieving record-breaking numbers. As more collectors enter the hobby, demand rises, and with rising demand comes rising prices. If a confirmed 1974D copper penny were to appear today, it would land in a market that is incredibly active and ready to pay enormous premiums. This makes 1974D pennies a fascinating topic not only for longtime collectors but also for new hobbyists who want to dream big. Every coin roll searched, every old family box opened, every childhood collection revisited holds potential. Even if you don't find a life-changing treasure, the hunt itself is part of the reward. You learn history, you develop an eye for detail and you experience the thrill of possibility. Now let's get into the heart of this story. Why does a rare penny matter at all? Because coins capture moments in history. When metal prices rise, when the government experiments with new materials, when mints change procedures or when mistakes happen, these events leave traces behind. Those traces become collectibles. They become time capsules. They become stories. And sometimes they become incredibly valuable. So imagine you are holding a penny that shouldn't exist. A small copper disc from 1974 with a Denver mint mark that contradicts official records. That coin would be more than metal. It would be a mystery solved, a secret revealed and a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Collectors always ask how to check if their 1974D penny is special. The process is simple but important. First, check the weight. A normal 1974 penny should weigh around 3.11 grams if copper and around 0.93 grams if aluminum. Any unusual weight should be examined by a professional. Next, inspect the surface, the edges, the strike quality and any signs of experimental planchet characteristics. If you ever think you have something unusual, never clean the coin, never scratch it and never attempt homemade tests. High-value coins must stay untouched. The story of the rare Lincoln pennies is far from over. Every year new varieties are discovered, new collectors enter the hobby and new mysteries spark conversations. The 1974D copper mystery remains one of the most compelling because no confirmed example has surfaced publicly. The possibility alone keeps the excitement alive. The value of rare coins continues to rise as collectors and investors recognize the cultural and historical importance of numismatics. In a world where trends move fast, coins remain grounded in history. They remind us where we came from, how systems evolved and how even the smallest objects can carry enormous meaning. If a real 1974D copper penny ever appears, it would instantly become one of the most valuable Lincoln cents of all time. Some predictions place it in extremely high ranges depending on condition, authenticity and demand. And while exact numbers may vary, one thing is certain: the market loves rarity, and the market loves stories. This coin has both. This is why the search continues. Somewhere out there, the next great discovery may be waiting. That is the adventure of coin collecting. Every penny holds a possibility. Every mint mark tells a story. Every year has a secret. And sometimes, the rarest treasures come from the most unexpected places. Thank you for watching Coins. Stay tuned, stay curious and never stop searching your change. Your next coin could be the key to history and maybe even a life-changing treasure. Today's story is something that can completely surprise you because we are diving deep into the fascinating world of rare Lincoln pennies that have shocked collectors with their unbelievable market value. Many people walk around with coins in their pocket, coins lying in drawers, coins forgotten in old jars, but inside those simple copper pieces can hide a fortune. And one of the most surprising examples is the Lincoln penny from 1977. At first glance it seems like a normal old coin, something you would easily ignore, but this little penny has an incredible history and an even more incredible current market value in certain rare conditions. People around the world are discovering Lincoln cents from the 1970s that are suddenly worth hundreds, thousands, and even tens of thousands of dollars depending on errors, mint condition, and unique characteristics. The 1977 penny is one of the coins that collectors have been watching closely because some versions of this coin have reached astonishing prices, shocking the entire coin collecting community and making everyday people rich overnight. the story of the 1977 Lincoln penny begins long before its value exploded. During this time, the United States Mint was still producing the classic copper Lincoln cent that weighed more and felt more solid than today's pennies. The design featured Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design Americans were already very familiar with. But what most people don't know is that in between the millions of regular coins produced each year, rare variations and special mint errors happen. These mistakes or differences, even if extremely small, create coins that become incredibly rare. When rarity meets demand, market value suddenly skyrockets. That is exactly what has happened to certain 1977 pennies that appear completely normal until you take a closer look. Collectors are especially interested in error coins from this year. Imagine holding a penny that has a double die error, center strike, misaligned dies, wrong planchet strike, or extremely sharp details untouched by time. These features take an ordinary 1-cent coin and transform it into a treasure worth an unbelievable amount of money. Some rare error pennies have crossed huge values in auctions, with surprising bids coming from expert collectors who understand how rare these mistakes really are. Many coins that once had no special attention are now selling for jaw-dropping amounts that ordinary people never expected. You can find stories of people discovering a penny in their old childhood coin box, taking it for appraisal casually, and walking out with thousands of dollars in their hands. The excitement of such discoveries is exactly why the world of coin hunting has become so popular today. In the current market, interest in rare Lincoln pennies is higher than ever. Social media, collectors groups, online auctions, and private coin dealers are all talking about the explosive rise in value. The 1977 penny in high-grade condition, especially the ultra-rare error versions, has shocked everyone with incredible prices. Imagine a coin that originally cost 1 cent now becoming worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars in auction rooms. The highest reported collectible values associated with rare penny types, unique variants, or combined high-condition features have touched figures that most people can't even imagine. Numbers like $787.97648 in certain discussions and speculative estimates reflect just how intense the excitement around rare coins has become. The market keeps changing and collectors stay alert because the value of rare coins is not fixed. It constantly shifts based on demand, rarity, and the number of serious collectors rising every year. What makes this even more exciting is the possibility that these rare coins might still be out there waiting to be discovered. So many people overlook old pennies. They believe they're worthless, they believe coins from the 1970s are too common, they believe nothing special can come from an everyday coin. But history has proven them wrong again and again. When the rare versions of a penny like this suddenly appear in auctions, everyone remembers that treasures can hide anywhere. It could be in a jar in your home. It could be in a family drawer. It could be in spare change you received at a shop. A single rare penny has the power to change your day, your month, or even your life. The beauty of the 1977 penny is not just in its value but also in its story. These coins connect us to a different era, a time when copper pennies ruled pockets, when designs carried deeper meaning, and when minting technology still produced unique imperfections that are now considered priceless. Coin collecting is not just a hobby. It is a journey through history, art, rarity, and luck. Every collector hopes to find that one special coin that stands out, that one coin that has an error so rare that even experts get excited when they see it. This is what keeps the community alive and enthusiastic. Your best chance of finding a rare penny is paying attention. Look closely at dates. Look at the details on Lincoln's face, the lettering, the edges, the alignment, the sharpness of the strike. Check for anything unusual. Sometimes the difference is small, almost invisible without careful inspection. But those little differences are what turn an ordinary penny into a rare collectible worth far more than its original value. If you have a 1977 penny in mint state condition, with strong details, clear shine, and no scratches, you might already be holding something worth premium value. If you have an error version, the value can multiply dramatically. Even though millions of regular pennies were produced in that year, the rare ones still stand out like stars in the sky. And the market proves that collectors are willing to pay high amounts to acquire them. Coin collecting experts suggest that the value of rare pennies can rise even more in the future as more people join the hobby. With every passing day, high-grade old coins become harder to find in perfect condition. This increases their value even more. Every year more and more collectors chase the rarest coins, and with such demand the market becomes stronger. So if you want to be part of this incredible journey, start checking your coins today. Do not ignore any penny that looks old. Do not underestimate the power of a single copper coin. The next rare discovery might be in your hand right now. Treasure hunting doesn't always require mountains or maps. Sometimes all it takes is looking closely at the change you already have. Here on the Coins channel, we bring you these exciting discoveries so you never miss your chance to find something valuable. Keep watching, keep learning, and keep searching because the world of rare coins is full of surprises. Every penny tells a story, and some stories are worth far more money than anyone ever expected. Today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating little treasures you might hold in your pocket, the 1982 Lincoln penny. It's an ordinary penny at first glance. But scratch beneath the surface of its copper-brown sheen and you may uncover one of the most sought-after modern U.S. cents in numismatic history. The year 1982 marked a major transition for the 1-cent piece. For decades, pennies were struck in a copper alloy, roughly 95% copper with the balance zinc and tin. But skyrocketing metal costs forced the U.S. Mint to make a drastic change that year. They switched to a copper-plated zinc core. That means you had two different compositions of the 1982 cent, the older copper alloy and the newer zinc core version coated in copper. Coin identify now, with this transition came glitches, oddities, and extremely rare outcomes. The most dramatic of these affects the 1982 penny struck at the Denver Mint. That's the one marked with a D for Denver. In 1982, a very small number of coins were struck on the older copper blank, 3.11 grams, at a time when most were already being struck on the lighter zinc blanks, about 2.5 grams. What makes the rare version truly special is this combination. It's struck at Denver, it's the small date variety. The digits in the date are visibly smaller and differently formed than the large date variety, and it's still on the heavier copper planchet, not the newer zinc core. Collectors refer to it as the 1982 small date copper cent JM bullion. Imagine this, billions of pennies were produced that year, nearly 17 billion across all mints. JM bullion, and yet, only two confirmed examples of the 1982 small date copper variety are known to exist. 2. That's what drives the insane collector interest. JM bullion. So if you're holding a 1982 penny, here's how you check. First, weigh it. If it weighs about 3.11 grams, you may have the copper version. If it's 2.5 grams, it's the common zinc type. Then look at the date. On the small date, the 8 has a much smaller upper loop and the 2 is somewhat curved rather than straight. Also, it must have the D mint mark under the date. If it ticks all these, you are in the ultra-rare club. JM bullion. Let's talk history. Why did this happen? The mint was transitioning to the cheaper zinc planchets because copper was too pricey. But early in the transition, some leftover copper blanks were still used at Denver when the small date dies were already in place. Thus a tiny number of copper version coins slipped through when they should have been zinc. Numismatists call these transitional alloy errors, coins struck from the old alloy when the die and equipment were already set up for the new one. As for value, for the ordinary 1982 penny zinc version, common in circulated condition, its value is modest, just a few cents over face value. But the rare 1982 small date copper variety has sold at auction for around $18,800. Some value guides place it in the tens of thousands if in high grade. The key takeaway: condition matters, authenticity matters, and the combination of mint mark, date, style and alloy matters dramatically. What this means for you as a collector: don't dismiss your common pennies, but keep an eye on the specifics. If you pick up a 1982 don't toss it or assume it's worthless. Weigh it, look at the date, style, check the mint mark. The chances are extremely slim it's the rare copper version, but if you do find one, you've discovered a true numismatic gem. Of course, the massive majority of 1982D pennies are the common zinc version and worth only face value or a small premium. Most guides list zinc 1982D large date coins at 20 cents to $2 in circulated grades. Coin value checker: that tiny handful of copper transitional coins? They can be life-changing for the right collector. If you ever find yourself in possession of what you believe might be the 1982D small date copper, I strongly recommend you get it professionally graded and authenticated by a credible service like PCGS or NGC before assuming its full value. Mistakes happen, misidentifications happen, and the market demands certification. So in summary, the 1982D Lincoln penny is one of the most interesting modern U.S. coins because it sits at a transitional junction of coinage technology, copper to zinc, has a hidden rare variety small date copper at Denver, and offers a dramatic value spread between the common and the ultra-rare. If you're scrolling through coins, this one is a must-check. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment below. Have you ever found a coin you suspected might be rare? Tell us your story. Until next time, keep hunting, keep learning, and happy collecting. Today we are diving into one of the most exciting topics in the world of numismatics, the world of rare Lincoln pennies, a world where a simple 1-cent coin can turn into thousands of dollars and sometimes shockingly high amounts that nobody expects. Collectors around the globe passionately search through pocket change, old jars, inherited collections and dusty boxes because hidden among them might be a coin worth a fortune. The Lincoln penny has existed for more than a century, but the attention and heat around certain years, especially the mysterious and collectible 1982 series, has created an enormous wave of interest in the current market. If you think a penny is always just 1 cent, get ready, because today you will discover why some pennies have sold for huge prices, how to identify them, and how the market behaves in 2025 for rare Lincoln cents that continue to break records. The story of the Lincoln penny starts with its introduction in 1909, designed to honor President Abraham Lincoln on the centennial of his birth. Over the years, the penny has changed metal composition, mint marks, and minor design details. But one of the most dramatic changes came in 1982, a year that has become legendary among collectors. In 1982, the United States Mint shifted from copper cents to copper-plated zinc cents, and this change created a mix of varieties that collectors now chase fiercely. That is because there are large date and small date versions, copper and zinc versions, different mint marks and accidental combinations that slipped into circulation. A full discovery of the right coin can mean hundreds, thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars today. The 1982 penny is famous specifically because both copper and zinc were minted that year. A copper 1982 penny weighs 3.11 grams and a zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams. Collectors check weight carefully because some extremely rare transitional errors exist. These errors happen when the mint accidentally strikes a copper planchet with a die meant for a zinc penny or vice versa, resulting in a coin that collectors dream of finding. Finding an original 1982 copper small date Denver Mint penny is one of the biggest dreams for collectors. The confirmed examples of these coins have reached mind-blowing prices when they appear in the market. Even circulated ones can sell for huge amounts because the rarity level is extreme. While the reported high-value number of $787.97646 is dramatic, it symbolizes the idea that the right penny can reach eye-catching money depending on condition, rarity, demand, and the fight between bidders in auctions. The heart of the excitement lies in the fact that many rare pennies were never intentionally created. They were the result of technical changes, human error, minting mistakes, or accidental leftover planchets. The collector market always reacts strongly to mystery and rarity, and the Lincoln penny series delivers that perfectly. That is why the current market for rare Lincoln pennies, especially transitional errors and early date copper coins, is extremely active today. Prices are rising, collectors are more informed, and more people are checking their change due to stories of lucky finds. Every single year, new owners discover rare pennies in places they never expected, giving hope to millions of people watching videos from channels like Coins who want to learn and search on their own. Moving deeper into the story, the 1982 Lincoln penny is also a year that teaches collectors the importance of details. A tiny change in the shape of the number 2 or the size of the date can dramatically change the value. A small date version typically has a different curve and thinner appearance than the large date version. If you find a 1982 small date in copper, especially a Denver Mint example, you could be holding an incredible prize. Even the Philadelphia small date copper cent has strong value. The zinc versions also contain varieties that collectors want, especially if they are in high grade. The market value can rise significantly when a coin is graded by a major certification company and comes back with a top condition rating. Mint state and proof-like examples become extremely valuable in the modern collecting world. The history of the Lincoln penny is filled with fascinating points. It is one of the most widely circulated coins in American history and has become a symbol of everyday currency. Yet the irony remains that among billions of pennies, a small percentage can be worth more than cars, computers, or even small homes. Collectors love this contrast. It creates an emotional connection that keeps the Lincoln penny at the center of the numismatic universe. From the earliest wheat cents to the modern shield cents, each coin carries a story, a mystery, and a chance for discovery. And people adore the idea that a common object can become a treasure. As for the current market value, the demand for rare 1982 pennies and other high-value Lincoln cents continues to grow. Some rare varieties are known to sell from hundreds to several thousands depending on weight, type, and condition. Auctions online influence the market as well as private collectors who aggressively pursue rare transitional coins. Prices can jump suddenly because when a new discovery is verified or a known example reappears with a new grade, collectors rush to buy before the supply disappears. Since certain transitional 1982 pennies are almost impossible to find, people are willing to pay extraordinary amounts. The buzz around these coins shows no sign of slowing down. Many collectors now believe that rare Lincoln cents will continue rising in value for years. Beyond 1982, other Lincoln cents also command strong attention. Coins like the 1943 copper cent, one of the most famous errors in history, have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. The 1955 doubled die penny is another legendary rarity with its dramatic doubled letters and numbers. These examples show the enormous power of demand in the collector community. When rarity, history, and condition meet, value rises into extraordinary levels. That is the same reason why certain pennies from the 1960s and 1970s with doubled dies or striking errors bring strong prices in today's market. Collectors respect detail and they support coins that reflect unusual minting stories. Today more people than ever are becoming interested in coin collecting, especially after hearing stories about incredible finds. Many new collectors watch videos on channels like Coins to learn how to identify valuable pennies. Education makes the search more fun and more rewarding. People want to understand mint marks, weights, die varieties, grading and identifying small features. Videos on rare pennies inspire millions to look closely at every coin they touch. The adventure becomes a hobby and the hobby becomes an exciting routine. And when a rare penny appears in someone's hand, it becomes a day they never forget. The Lincoln penny will always be a special part of American numismatic history. It connects collectors to a long tradition of craftsmanship, design changes, and minting evolution. Every date tells a story, but the 1982 penny has a legendary status because of its complex mix of compositions and varieties. The copper to zinc transition created one of the greatest hunts in the hobby. The idea that a penny weighing just half a gram more can be worth thousands makes people curious and excited. The market rewards those who check carefully. The thrill of discovery keeps collectors motivated and keeps the value of rare pennies moving upward. As we continue exploring rare coins on this channel, Coins, the goal is to help viewers understand the beauty and importance of each small detail. The world of rare pennies shows that even the smallest coin can hold massive history and surprising value. Whether your penny came from an old drawer, a pocket, a shop, or a family collection, it might be worth far more than you expect. The best thing you can do is learn, investigate, and examine every coin you find. Many life-changing discoveries have come from ordinary places. And one day you might be the person who finds a rare Lincoln penny worth thousands or even much more. Thank you for watching Coins. Keep searching, keep learning, and keep checking your pennies, because the next big discovery might already be in your hands. Today's story is about the rare Lincoln penny coins that have shocked collectors, surprised experts, and changed the way people look at small copper coins that most of us ignore. These pennies might look ordinary, but their value in the current market can reach unbelievable levels, and some coins that cost only 1 cent have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Many people think valuable coins must be ancient or gold, but the truth is that modern Lincoln pennies, even from the 1980s, can be worth a huge amount if they contain the right minting error, the right condition, or a rare variety. This is why coin hunting has become so popular, and why collectors all around the world are paying serious money to find the rarest pieces. The history of the Lincoln penny begins with its creation in 1909 to honor the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It became the first United States coin to feature a real person, and from that moment on it became a symbol of American history, design, and change. Over the years, the penny went through material changes, design modifications, and numerous minting updates. Each of these changes created opportunities for rare variations to appear. These rare variations are what collectors search for, because the smallest difference in metal, strike, or lettering can turn an ordinary coin into a life-changing discovery. When we talk about rare Lincoln pennies in the modern market, we look closely at specific years such as 1986. Many people believe common dates cannot be valuable, but the truth is much more exciting. Coins from 1986, especially the Lincoln Memorial Cent, may contain rare errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, mule errors, clipped planchets, wrong planchet strikes, and high-grade mint state examples. These errors can push the price of a penny into serious collector territory. The current market value for certain high-grade 1986 pennies can reach hundreds of dollars, and extremely rare error coins can climb into thousands. In some exceptional auction cases, unique error coins from similar decades have gone beyond expectations and climbed to figures like $787.97645 and sometimes even higher if a bidding war breaks out between collectors. These dramatic numbers show how unpredictable and exciting the coin market has become. Collectors love 1980s pennies because this decade includes a mix of copper-plated zinc compositions, experimental minting transitions, and striking inconsistencies that created rare varieties. A perfect example is a penny that displays a sharp double die on the obverse, where Lincoln's lettering shows clear doubling under magnification. If such a coin appears in high mint state condition, the price in today's market can explode. Even more valuable are wrong planchet pennies, where a cent is struck on a dime planchet, creating a thinner, silver-colored coin that should not exist. These unusual pieces regularly sell for extremely high amounts and instantly become highlights in collections. Another factor that determines a penny's worth is its preservation. A normal coin in pocket change may have scratches, dull color, worn surfaces, and small hits, which lower its value. But a coin that survives in mint state condition with shining luster and sharp details becomes rare because millions of people use pennies daily, and most get damaged quickly. When a collector finds a 1986 penny graded at MS67, MS68, or higher, that coin enters a top-tier ranking that only a tiny number of coins achieve. With limited supply and high demand, the value increases dramatically. Many people do not realize that pennies with small die cracks, retained cuds, die breaks, and rim errors can also sell for good money. These errors happen during the minting process when dies become worn, cracked, or misaligned. Each mistake creates a unique fingerprint on the coin. Collectors love these oddities because no two are exactly alike, making them miniature pieces of mint history. Some of the most expensive Lincoln penny sales in the modern market came from unique errors that no one expected to find. Even a tiny misalignment or small visible break can be worth more than $100 when collectors recognize its rarity. The thrill of coin collecting also comes from the hope that the next penny you examine might be the hidden treasure that changes your life. Stories are common of people discovering rare pennies in their house after decades of ignoring them. Someone finds an old jar of change, checks the dates, looks closely at the details, and suddenly a rare error coin emerges. That coin is taken to an expert or sent for grading, and what was once a simple penny becomes a valuable collectible. This is why channels like Coins continue to teach, guide, and inspire viewers to search their pockets and collections carefully. The current coin market for rare Lincoln pennies is strong, driven by collectors, investors, history lovers, and hobbyists who understand that rarity and condition are everything. Prices continue to climb for special coins, especially issues from the 1980s and 1990s that people once ignored. As more people search for these coins, the surviving high-value pieces become even more desirable. An ordinary person holding a rare penny might be holding a piece worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The excitement of the hunt makes this hobby one of the most rewarding in the world. So whether you have a 1986 penny, an older Lincoln cent, or a handful of coins from recent decades, take the time to check them carefully. Look for doubling, errors, unusual shapes, off-center strikes, and any detail that seems out of place. Look for strong mint luster, minimal surface marks, and sharp edges. These small factors can be the difference between a 1-cent coin and a high-value collectible worth far more than you ever imagined. The world of rare coins is full of surprises, and even the smallest coin can carry a story worth telling. Thank you for watching the Coins channel, where we continue exploring the incredible world of rare Lincoln pennies and valuable treasures hiding in plain sight. Keep searching, keep learning, and remember that the next rare discovery might be in your own hands right now. Today we are diving deep into the incredible world of rare Lincoln pennies, the coins that look ordinary in your pocket but can secretly hold unbelievable value. Many collectors dream of finding a simple 1-cent coin that could change their life, and believe it or not, there are pennies out there worth hundreds, thousands, and even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some of these coins sold in auction houses for shocking prices, and the stories behind them are even more unbelievable. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation for more than a century, and during this long journey it has produced some legendary minting mistakes, rare varieties, and valuable dates that continue to excite collectors around the world. People underestimate pennies, but the truth is that the smallest coin in your pocket might be the most powerful one. When we talk about rare pennies, the first thing that comes to mind is how easily these treasures can hide in everyday transactions. Someone might have one sitting in a jar, forgotten at the back of a drawer, or mixed inside an old piggy bank. This is what makes the hunt so exciting. Anyone, anywhere, at any time can find a rare Lincoln penny without even realizing it. Among the many dates that collectors search for, the history of the series plays a major role. Abraham Lincoln was the first real person featured on a United States coin, and when the penny was introduced in the early 20th century, it instantly became one of the most collected coins in the world. Over the years, changes in design, minting errors, and rare production figures created coins that can now be worth small fortunes. Some have become legends among numismatists, because their survival is rare and their demand is extremely high. One of the fascinating things about the Lincoln cent series is how some coins that seem so common actually hide very valuable varieties. For example, the 1989 D penny might look like just another copper-coated zinc coin, but there are special versions and error examples that shocked collectors with high auction results. The 1989 D penny was minted in large numbers, but certain errors like double dies, off-center strikes, rotated dies, and wrong planchet mistakes have pushed their values far beyond normal expectations. In the current market, rare mint error examples of the 1989 D penny can reach extremely high prices depending on their condition, rarity, and authenticity, sometimes even entering the thousands. The most perfect, flawlessly graded examples can completely surprise collectors because the demand for rare error pennies has grown enormously in recent years. More unbelievable is that some unique mistakes from this era reached values close to levels people never imagined. In the world of collectible coins, even a single unique error can explode in value, and some special Lincoln pennies have indeed reached extremely high amounts, sometimes estimated around hundreds of thousands of dollars in private sales. The marketplace for rare cents is always evolving, and collectors are now paying more attention to modern-era coins as well, especially those from the 80s and 90s. This means that pennies like the 1989 D, which once seemed ordinary, can suddenly become stars of the coin world when a rare error is discovered. the history of Lincoln pennies also teaches us how dramatic changes in metal composition can create value differences. Earlier pennies were made of solid copper, while later coins were made of copper-coated zinc. This change introduced new kinds of minting issues that created valuable error coins. Some pennies were accidentally struck on old copper planchets after the metal change, making them incredibly valuable. Others were misaligned or struck with damaged dies, adding unique imperfections that collectors now chase passionately. These imperfections are not flaws for collectors, they are what make the coin special, rare, and extremely desirable. Collectors love Lincoln pennies because they tell a story of American history, evolution of minting technology, and unexpected surprises. The most astonishing thing is how everyday coins, which millions of people touch without a second thought, can sometimes be worth more than luxury items. Imagine finding a penny that looks old, worn, or slightly strange, only to discover that it is worth a life-changing amount. This dream keeps collectors searching, keeps coin shows buzzing with excitement, and keeps the value of rare pennies rising every year. In the current coin market, interest in Lincoln cents is higher than ever. Online auctions, coin conventions, and grading companies have pushed demand to new heights. Rare error coins sell faster and for higher prices than before. A unique variety or unusual minting accident can trigger a bidding war among collectors. This is why understanding what makes a penny rare is so important. Even coins from everyday years like 1989 can shock the market when a rare example appears. Some collectors have even reported selling unique error coins for amounts close to unbelievable figures like $700,000 or more when the error is extremely rare, once in a lifetime, and authenticated. Many viewers of coins love to hear about the huge values that certain pennies have reached, and the truth is that the world of rare coins is full of surprises. The Lincoln penny has become a symbol of hidden value, a coin that shows how something so small can hold so much history and financial power. People all over the world collect them, search rolls of pennies for rare dates, check their change, and even trade them online daily. From beginners to expert numismatists, everyone agrees that the Lincoln cent series will always be a treasure hunt that never ends. So keep your eyes open, check your coins carefully, and never underestimate the power of a single penny. It might look like an ordinary 1-cent coin, but you never know when you might uncover a rare error, an unusual strike, or a legendary date that could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Whether it is an extremely rare variety from early history or a hidden treasure like a rare 1989 D-error penny, each coin tells a story, and each story adds value. The world of rare Lincoln pennies continues to grow, and the excitement continues to rise. Stay tuned to Coins for more incredible discoveries, unbelievable values, and real stories from the world of coin collectors who know that sometimes, the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprise. Today we are diving deep into the world of rare Lincoln penny coins, and especially the unbelievable story surrounding the 1994 D penny, a coin that most people ignore in their pocket change but collectors know can sometimes be worth an unbelievable amount of money. What makes this little penny so powerful, so interesting, and so capable of touching values that shock even experienced collectors? That is what we are uncovering today. So sit back, relax, and let's go into the long journey of history, minting errors, rarity, collector demand, and unbelievable market value that makes the Lincoln penny one of the most exciting coins in American numismatic history. The Lincoln penny has been part of American pockets for more than a century, starting back in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. What began as a simple copper coin became one of the most collected coins on Earth. Over time, different designs, mint marks, compositions, and hidden minting mistakes created a treasure map for collectors. Sometimes a coin that looks ordinary turns out to be legendary, and the excitement begins the moment someone discovers that one rare piece mixed inside a handful of common pennies. The 1994 D penny is one of those coins that looks normal but has surprising versions that rise into extremely valuable territory, and when we look into the market we realize just how important it is to understand every detail of the coin. In 1994 the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of pennies, which is why most people believe the coin is not rare. But in the world of coins, rarity is not only about how many were made, but about how many special mistakes, hidden varieties, or perfect high-grade examples survived. Many collectors search for the 1994 penny because certain specimens show unusual qualities that increase their value. The most important thing is condition, because pennies in flawless condition are extremely hard to find. A perfect grade can push the value far beyond what anyone expects from a modern 1-cent piece. Some rare graded examples have touched unbelievable high ranges in auctions, shocking new collectors and even professionals who did not expect such numbers. When you hear numbers like hundreds or thousands of dollars for a single penny, it sounds impossible, but that is the magic of coin collecting. A coin minted for 1 cent can suddenly jump into a price category that feels unreal. Some extremely high-grade specimens and extremely rare error versions of the Lincoln penny have been known to reach values like $700,000 and beyond in rare cases of extreme rarity. A number like 787.97643 may seem oddly specific, but rare coins sometimes hit unpredictable auction heights that leave even the seller surprised. The point is that certain rare pennies, especially when connected to hidden varieties or grading perfection, can reach life-changing prices. When examining the 1994 penny, you want to pay attention to the sharpness of details, the clarity of Lincoln's portrait, the smoothness of the field surrounding the design, and the absence of scratches, dents or corrosion. Collectors pay extremely high premiums for coins with a pristine shine, crisp edges and flawless surfaces. If your 1994 penny looks fresh, untouched, and nearly perfect, you may be holding something much more valuable than you imagine. A perfect grade can transform an ordinary coin into an important numismatic treasure. Another important thing that adds value is error varieties. Sometimes during the minting process a die misalignment, double strike, off-center strike, or metal defect creates a mistake that escapes the eyes of mint workers. These mistakes turn into highly collectible rarities. Even the slightest doubling, stretching of letters, ghost-like outlines, or shape distortions can elevate the value of a coin drastically. For the 1994 penny, certain doubling effects and striking errors have been known to attract strong collector interest. When collectors compete for a rare coin at auction, the price can jump high in a matter of seconds. The market for rare Lincoln pennies is alive, active, and constantly evolving. New collectors enter the hobby every day, searching for valuable coins in jars, drawers, pockets, and old family collections. This growing demand means that rare coins continue to rise in value as more people become aware of the potential hidden in everyday change. The 1994 penny is part of this excitement, because it represents the possibility that a common coin could turn out to be something extraordinary. Imagine discovering a penny worth hundreds, thousands, or even more when you thought it was worth almost nothing. That surprise, that thrill, is what makes the world of rare coins so captivating. The history behind the Lincoln penny adds even more beauty to its value. Over the decades it has survived wars, recessions, cultural shifts, and changes in minting technology. It carries the image of a president remembered for honesty, struggle, and leadership during one of America's most difficult times. The penny is more than metal, it is a miniature piece of history that travels through time, passing from one hand to another until it reaches the collector who recognizes its true worth. The 1994 penny continues the tradition as one of the modern coins that still sparks excitement among treasure hunters. As we look into the current market, demand for high-grade examples is extremely strong. Online auctions, coin shows, collecting websites, and numismatic dealers are all reporting increased interest in rare Lincoln pennies. Even modern dates are attracting attention as collectors search for flawless examples or minting mistakes that were overlooked for years. This growing market gives every coin owner a chance to discover something valuable within their own collection. The 1994 penny, especially when found in mint state condition or with unusual features, shines brightly in this modern collector environment. So if you have jars of old coins or a habit of collecting change, don't ignore the pennies. Examine them carefully. Look for a clean surface, rich color, strong details, and anything unusual. Your next discovery could be a rare 1994 penny worth far more than 1 cent. It could be the coin that changes how you look at money forever. And this is why the world of coins remains one of the most fascinating hobbies on earth, filled with stories, history, value, and endless excitement for every collector. Thank you for watching Coins. If you enjoy exploring rare coins, unbelievable values, and hidden treasures, make sure to follow for more amazing discoveries, because every coin has a story and your next coin might be the one that surprises you the most. Today's journey takes us deep into the world of the Lincoln penny, a coin so familiar that millions of people walk past it without ever imagining that one tiny cent could be worth hundreds, thousands, and even hundreds of thousands of dollars. But the truth is that some Lincoln pennies, especially modern dates like the 2013 D cent, have stunned collectors with unexpected rarity, striking errors, and hidden value that very few people know about. So stay with me till the end, because today you might discover that a coin lying unnoticed in your home, your drawer, your wallet, or your old savings jar could become the most valuable cent you have ever held. The Lincoln penny has been a historic symbol of American coinage since 1909. It carries the face of Abraham Lincoln, a leader known worldwide for freedom and justice. Over the decades, billions of these cents were minted, each with small changes in design, metal composition, and mint marks. But even among billions, rare survivors exist. A small minting mistake, a double strike, a missing layer, a wrong planchet, or even a tiny design variation can turn an ordinary penny into a coin worth more than gold. And this is where modern collectors have been shocked, because coins from years like 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013 and beyond have been discovered with wild errors that sell for high amounts on today's market. Among them, one date stands out for surprising discoveries: the 2013 D Lincoln penny. The 2013 D penny may appear common at first glance, because millions were produced at the Denver Mint. But the truth hiding beneath that copper-plated zinc surface is that this coin has produced some of the most interesting and valuable error varieties of the entire shield cent era. Collectors have reported double dies with strong separation, off-center strikes up to 60%, coins struck on dime planchets, broad strikes with dramatic expansion, and rare transitional planchet pieces that should not exist. Many of these coins shocked the market because they were never expected from such a recent year. Yet here they are, selling in auctions and online markets for incredible prices. A normal 2013 D penny in circulated condition may be worth only face value, but in uncirculated condition with a bright red shine, it can reach higher collector prices. However, the real treasure lies in the rare error coins. Some 2013 D double die obverse cents have sold for hundreds of dollars. Strong off-center errors have reached even higher. And coins struck on wrong metal planchets have gone into the thousands. This shows that even a coin minted in recent years can become a powerful collectible if it contains the right combination of rarity and demand. Collectors today are always watching the market because prices move quickly. A rare penny that sells for $300 this year might sell for $600 or $900 the next year, depending on how many new discoveries appear and how many collectors compete for it. The world of rare pennies is active and full of surprises, and the 2013 D penny has become part of this exciting movement. Imagine holding a 1-cent coin and finding out that it is worth more than $500, $2,000, or even more. That is the magic of modern mint errors and rare varieties. Some collectors have shared stories of finding valuable 2013 D pennies in pocket change, grocery store cash back, or old savings boxes. Many of these finds look ordinary at first, but under a magnifying glass or microscope, the hidden value reveals itself. A doubled ear, a split serif in the letters, a shifted design, a missing copper layer, a clipped planchet, a misaligned die strike, or a dramatic emergency minting mistake can turn a penny into a treasure. This is why collectors always say to check your change, because rare coins do not always come from auctions, sometimes they come from everyday life. The journey of the Lincoln penny from 1909 to 2013 shows a long history of art, design, metal changes, and minting technology. But even with advanced machines, errors still occur. The Denver Mint, known for its strong production speed, sometimes releases coins with microscopic mistakes that later become major collector discoveries. And that is exactly why the 2013 D penny is exciting. It represents the modern age of coin collecting, where even the newest coins can deliver massive value. The market today has seen rare pennies reach unbelievable figures. Some coins from other years have reached values in the range of hundreds of thousands of dollars. While the 2013 D has not reached those extreme levels yet, rare examples and errors hold impressive value and continue to grow. Some collectors estimate potential future increases as well, as advanced technology makes it easier to discover new error types and varieties. When you search for rare pennies in your own home, you become part of a worldwide community of treasure hunters who understand that wealth is not always locked inside a bank. Sometimes, it is hiding inside a coin no one cared about. And this is exactly why channels like Coins exist, to guide you, educate you, inspire you, and help you identify the coins that could change your life. Whether your penny is worth $10, $100, or $78,000, the excitement is unmatched. The story of rare pennies continues to grow every day, and the 2013 descent is an important chapter. Its errors, its unexpected value, and its rising interest in the collector world prove that no coin should ever be ignored. Keep checking your coins, keep learning, and keep exploring. You might be one discovery away from holding a rare cent that becomes the highlight of your collection or your financial breakthrough. Thank you for watching Coins. Stay tuned because more rare coins, shocking values, secret discoveries, and exciting history are waiting just for you. The world of coins is full of hidden treasure. You just have to look closely. Today we are diving deep into one of the most exciting topics in the entire coin community, the rare Lincoln penny coins that are shocking everyone in the current market with unbelievable values. These simple 1-cent coins, the coins that we usually ignore, toss away, or leave lying around, are now turning into money-making treasures worth hundreds, thousands, and sometimes even more. And today we are focusing especially on the fascinating 2017 D Lincoln penny and other rare pennies that are creating a storm in the coin market with record-breaking prices. The story of the Lincoln penny goes back more than a century. It is one of the most iconic coins in United States history, designed to honor Abraham Lincoln, and it has passed through the hands of millions of people. But among the billions of pennies ever made, there are a few that hold secrets, rare errors, unexpected minting mistakes, and small design anomalies that transform them from a simple copper-colored coin into a collector's dream. These are the coins that turn ordinary people into lucky finders, making them hundreds or even thousands of dollars richer with a single discovery. And that's why every coin you check, every penny you turn over, could be hiding a surprise. The current coin market is hotter than ever. Collectors are searching, prices are rising, and demand for rare Lincoln pennies is increasing day by day. The 2017 D penny, in particular, has become a major topic of interest because even though millions were produced, a small group of them contains rare striking errors, doubling errors, and unusual mint variations that collectors are paying serious money for. Some of these rare error examples have been reported selling for massive amounts when found in top-grade condition. The exact value depends on factors like mint state, rarity, and the intensity of the error, but extraordinary pieces have shocked collectors, reaching high values that show just how powerful the coin market can be. Stories have surfaced of certain rare finds reaching values near ranges people never expected, even amounts that sound unbelievable like $700,078.97641 in rare historical sale reports related to extremely scarce pieces in the Lincoln error category. While these extreme numbers only apply to some of the rarest known errors in the entire Lincoln series, they prove a simple truth: the Lincoln penny world is full of surprises, and the right coin can change someone's life in one moment. The history of valuable Lincoln pennies includes coins like the 1909 SVDB, the 1914 D, the 1922 No D, the 1955 Double Die, and many other legendary varieties. These coins built the foundation of the collector market, showing the world that even a 1-cent coin can become a high-value treasure. And now, in the modern era, coins like the 2017 D are continuing this tradition because rare modern errors are becoming harder to find, and collectors are willing to pay astonishing prices to secure special examples. The 2017 D penny is especially important for collectors who focus on modern errors. Some known rare issues include strong die doubling on the obverse, misaligned strikes, die chips in unusual locations, and coins with off-center strikes. A perfect mint state example with a dramatic error can multiply its value far beyond face value, and top-graded coins can attract extreme attention in auctions. Every single detail matters in the coin world: the shine, the strike, the mint mark, the surface quality, and the uniqueness of the error. That's why collectors examine each penny carefully, using magnifying tools, bright lights, and close inspection to catch even the smallest variation that could turn into a valuable discovery. Right now the coin market has high activity. Collectors from all over the world, online platforms, auction houses, private sellers, and even new hobbyists are hunting for these special pieces. Videos, guides, and news updates constantly reveal new discoveries, reminding everyone that rare pennies can appear anywhere. Maybe in a pocket, maybe in loose change from a store, maybe in an old piggy bank that hasn't been opened in years. The magic of coin collecting is that the next valuable penny might be waiting right where you least expect it. The power of the Lincoln penny story is in its simplicity. A coin worth 1 cent can become worth 1 million times more if the right conditions are met. That's why collectors never stop searching. Every time you pick up a penny and flip it over, you become part of that adventure. You join the millions of people who dream of finding that one special coin that changes everything. And as you watch this video today on coins, you are learning exactly what to look for, what to check, and how to recognize the hidden gems hiding in ordinary places. The future of rare Lincoln pennies looks promising. As time passes, older coins become scarcer, modern errors become more desirable, and collectors continue to push demand higher. The 2017 D penny and other modern rare Lincoln cents will only grow in popularity, especially as new discoveries are made. Some of these coins may continue to rise in value as more people enter the hobby and the search becomes even more competitive. Every collector knows that the rarest pieces will always command the highest prices, and that is why knowledge is the most important treasure you can have. So keep looking, keep learning, and keep searching. The next valuable penny might be in your hand right now or in your pocket waiting to be discovered. Whether it is a rare 2017 D penny with an extraordinary error, a classic early Lincoln variety, or a hidden treasure from a forgotten roll of coins, the excitement of discovery never ends. This is the world of valuable pennies, this is the adventure of collecting, and this is how ordinary coins become extraordinary treasures. Welcome to Coins, where history, value, and discovery come together in every video.